Hey guys, thank you so much for watching The Real Source. You know what? I get it. I get it. When you're the boss, you're the boss. Nobody tells you what to do. You get to work whenever you want to. You say one word and what you want done gets done. I get all that. But sometimes the actions of the boss can leave one feeling a little hurt on the inside. And I have to say that I'm a little hurt on the inside because Netflix, currently the boss of streaming, we can't argue about that. Well, they just put out one of the biggest, most significant films of 2019, and they didn't tell anybody about it. Today, I'm going to be talking about The Wandering Earth. Let's dive in. So let's talk about the movie The Wandering Earth. It is a Chinese movie that was made on a budget of about $50 million, and at the time of making this video has made over $600 million at the Chinese box office. So it's been very, very successful. In fact, it's been written and reported that it is the second most commercially successful film ever made in China. Now that's big news. Netflix noticed this movie and bought the rights to it and is now streaming it in about 190 countries, or at least if they're not streaming in all 190 countries now, that is their plan. So obviously of interest to you is, what is this movie about and is it worth my while watching it? Well, Earth is at risk of being destroyed by the sun, and so the global government that is in charge of taking care of all human affairs decides, okay, let's build a bunch of propellers, these massive propeller engine type setups around the world in various, I guess, scientifically determined places around the world, and let's propel planet Earth to some place outside our current solar system, some place where we are safe from destruction by the sun. But you know what, to be quite honest with you, it's not really the storyline that fascinates me more than just what's going on in the realm of movies right now, where movies that we never would have seen. You remember I talked about The Burial of Kojo on this channel. I've talked about movies like Supermodo, films, African films in this case, that have really impacted me, but that I think I probably never would have seen because of the way cinema chains are run. But Netflix and other streaming giants are opening us up to movies like that, and that's exactly the case with The Wandering Earth. For all intents and purposes, this movie probably would have stayed in China and never had a global release. This is just speculation, but I assume that's what would have happened. But you see Netflix and other streaming giants making such films available in people's homes, and I think that's very significant. Secondly, I was watching an interview by Juan Fo, the director of The Wandering Earth, and he was saying one of his aims in making this movie was to make people aware of what China is all about. We've all seen the Hollywood movies, we've all seen the epics from Hollywood, and he's saying, look, I want people to know that we have aspirations of making blockbusters too as Chinese, and for me, that is really admirable. Now, I have to say that this movie, The Wandering Earth, is, at a story level, it's not anything new. We've all watched movies like Independence Day, we've watched movies like Geostorm, we've watched movies like Interstellar. The sci-fi epic is nothing new. Does that mean I'm saying don't watch it? Is it bad? No, it's not bad. I recommend you watch it. Yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts on it. If you've watched it already, I would love to hear your perspective on the movie, perhaps on the storyline itself, but also your perspective on just what's happening in the world with entertainment. I would really love to hear from you. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. I would really love to connect with you and keep making videos like this. But from me here on The Real Source, this is Tafads. We're saying thank you so much for watching, and take care.